the United States Capitol. I'm here in Washington, D.C. today, and I am about to go into the Capitol to have some meetings regarding a bill that I've talked to you a lot about, and that is the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act. We spoke to you, as you may recall, prior to the 2018 midterm elections about the fact that the House of Representatives passed this bill which would protect babies born alive after a failed abortion, and that does happen across our country on a regular basis. And the Republicans in the House voted for it, the Democrats in the House voted against it, and we were bringing this up as an election issue in the midterm elections, letting people know that we have a whole contingent of members of Congress that are not willing to protect babies even when they're outside the womb. So it's not a question in this particular bill of limiting or restricting or prohibiting any abortion procedures. That, of course, is the killing of the baby inside the womb. Here we're talking about protecting babies that are already born alive outside the womb. And this is something that many people find just unbelievable, that it even happens. Many people don't believe it. And yet we have the documented evidence that this occurs. And now we have this bill introduced yet again in the Congress. Now, what's happening in the House is that unlike in the last Congress, when the Republicans, who are a pro-life party, were in control of the House and therefore were able to get these bills introduced, passed out of committee, and then brought to the full House for a vote, this time we have the opposite situation, where the Democrat members of the House, those who are controlling the committees now, don't even want to consider the bill. Again, this bill would say, baby is born alive, bring the baby to a hospital, give the baby the appropriate care at that moment. Not only do they not want to pass that bill, these Democrats, they don't even want to consider it. So what's happening now is a rather dramatic action, and we just started a new web page called bornalive.us. I want to ask you to jot that down, bookmark it, visit it. Bornalive.us will give you the latest about this particular effort. Here's the effort that's unfolding now in the House of Representatives right behind me. Each legislative day, a different member of the Republican Party has stood up and has requested unanimous consent to vote on this particular bill to protect these babies born alive. And each and every time this has happened, it's happened approximately 67, 68 times. And on that page, bornalive.us, you'll even see the video clips of this. The Democrats who are chairing the House say, no, sorry, we can't do it. We are constrained from carrying out this request. This boggles the mind. This really challenges the imagination. This really offends the conscience of anybody who has a functioning conscience. That this Democrat Party is not even willing to give consideration to the protection of these children. These people don't belong in public office. I'm going in there now to have some meetings with leadership on the Republican side to talk about how we can continue to bring this to the attention of the American public and have people insist with their members of Congress that this legislation be passed. Would you be part of that effort? What we're going to say inside this building right now is going to all come back to you. We're going to say, yes, we need the people, we have the people, we know the people will respond. Bornalive.us, you can go there. Go there today for all the information. Let me know what questions you have, and you'll be hearing a lot more from us about all this, and I'll talk to you, of course, about the results of our meeting. So this is Father Francophone speaking to you here live from Washington, D.C. Again, very, very important matter, and we have to make it an election issue as well. The Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act, H.R. 962 is the number of this bill in the House of Representatives. And, what has happened is, as I've told you, because of the constant refusal of the Democrat leadership to even give consideration for this bill, what the Republicans have introduced is a procedure that the rules of the Congress provide for, whereby a majority of the House members can sign a request, it's called a discharge petition, to let the bill be brought to the floor for a vote. Now, it requires a majority, so that means 218 signatures. Right now, there are already 201 signatures on it because all the Republicans have signed on, together with 3 Democrats. But that's only 3 out of 235. So 3 House Democrats out of the 235 have signed on to this discharge petition, as it's called, to bring this bill to the floor for a vote despite the objections of the leadership. You think it's possible that we get 17 more out of the 235? I have my doubts. But the point is, the only way they get away with that is when the voters don't know about it. I want you to know about it. I want to ask your help to let other voters in your area know about it. So go to bornalive.us for the further details. I'm going to go into this meeting now, and we'll talk with you later in the day. Father Frank Pavone here from Priests for Life, speaking to you from the United States Capitol here in Washington, D.C. God bless you all.
But you know what? When you and I take up this call and we talk about abortion, if we speak about it in church, we're told we're too political. If we speak about it in the political arena, we're told we're too religious. If we speak about it in the world of the media, it's too disturbing. In the world of business, it's too distracting. In the world of education, it's too controversial. In the streets, it's too disruptive. So abortion, if abortion is wrong, where do we go to say so? We go into the churches, we go into politics, into the media, into business, into education, and into the streets. Some churches haven't wanted to get involved in political hassles with the government, so they've been silent on abortion. They didn't want to get involved in hassles from the government. They didn't want to take the fight to the government. So now with the HHS mandate, the government took the fight to them. And when it comes to that mandate, we've got a simple message. We will obey God rather than men. As Alveda can tell us, her uncle said one day to the civil rights movement, we've got a lot of obstacles in our way, but we're not going to let anything turn us around. We're not going to let no dogs turn us around, no water hoses turn us around, no police clubs or jail sentences, and we're not going to let any injunctions turn us around. And so today I say to you, in the pro-life movement, no Planned Parenthood is going to turn us around. No biased media is going to turn us around. No HHS mandate is going to turn us around. No Obama administration is going to turn us around. But you know what? When you and I take up this call and we talk about abortion, if we speak about it in church,